Good lord. Hey, Svar. Dodge over here, but I know. Sorry that that took a bit longer. Guildies are people that are A, helpful, B, demanding. But it is what it is. All preparing for that raid coming up on Thursday. I mean, I can't wait, but it's a slog to get geared in time. But yeah, here we are. I'm going to be here for a couple hours, maybe longer. Just chilling out and getting to grips with Naval Action for a bit. Now, again, oops, sorry. Yeah, I'm aware of what else happens on Thursday. Man, am I aware of what else happens on Thursday. Because, like, timeline is raid unlocks Wednesday night. People can go on the Wednesday reset, which is in the morning, actually, so yeah. Guild has planned to go for it on the Thursday evening. I'm also very aware of what else happens on the Thursday evening. Now, I'm gonna... So fucking on edge because you want to key and preload? That is a point. I was going to mention, I do have a giveaway planned. I'm just in debate about what I should put on for it, because I know people are on about fucking... Iron Harvest for a while, but I feel like Iron Harvest to Cyberpunk, that's a fight that Cyberpunk wins. So I was more than likely going to make the giveaway Cyberpunk. I don't mind investing the 50 quid, I honestly don't care. So. Now, after that, I just had to decide on, well, what are the fucking prerequisites for it. I could be a capitalist piece of shit and be like, yeah, you got a sub, but I obviously don't feel like doing that. Turn down the music. And I did see that the preload was coming. I'm not sure if you can yet, though. Punk, no, the preload isn't up yet. So yeah, we're nearly there. With only 5 days to go, we can be fairly certain that it's actually going to drop this time. So you know the memes about fucking delays can go away. I did also see their little Twitter gambit. Delay sim is going to get released. Sure. I mean, at this point, it's anyone's guess. Like, I'm still tentative, and we're only like less than a week out, so we'll see. But yeah, again, you may be wondering, where's the big ship? Well, the answer is, well, I tried to capture a Spanish brig, and I got most of the way there. I demolished the planking, I was depopulating the crew, I just couldn't fucking get on the bitch. And due to no small amount of ignorance, and more than a little bit of stupidity, I flailed around for too long and it sank me. So, yeah, this is the gunboat I got left with. However, I do have one thing I've been meaning to ask about is these. I have these. This one's a frigate, and this one is, I think it's a brig, yeah. I've been looking to build these. If you wonder where the rest of my cannons went, they all sank, so I'm going to have to buy some more. How? Do I have to go to a higher tier port in order to build this? One would imagine so. If so, how high? Make it to the nearest island to be able to quick travel. There's a quick travel? Yeah, well, let's see if there isn't a ship knocking around that I can't buy. I think so. Would I have 3 docks? There, what's my navy like? Yeah, I got 2 cutters and then a gunboat. Yeah, I might as well make the cutter my fucking main ship. It's slightly grander, although it doesn't have any cannons. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to utilize this construction permit for the much larger frigate. I imagine one has to go to a much larger port. When I say larger, I mean higher tier. So what the hell is this? British rig refit. Oh, it just makes your rigs better. Nope. Okay, so how the hell do I build it? Do I have to like go up in rank or some shit? Because if so... So let's have a look at what's happened in my absence. The Russians have a port on Haiti for some reason. Click on the little house in the bottom right. What, this one? Third from right. Buildings and craft. Link to on. Build. To build a shipyard. That would make sense. I don't know why. Mesa City. Or add more blueprints. Ships. Oh, I see. Mans is following you now. Do I? The Gross Ventura. Refit. Blueprint. Requires craft level 1. You need a certain level of crafting to build shit. Okay, when you say a certain level of crafting, what does mans mean? Because as I've said, I'm still very new to this game. Like, still really trying to get to grips with it. That there. I'm just shifting stuff around on my desktop. Okay, so when you say craft, eggs, weeks. Don't imagine it's in here. Royal Shipbuilder. Those construction costs. Leaderboards. Well, I can at least get another ship up to scratch. Ships. Cutters. Brig, cutter. Mercury. Well, there's a Niagara. I can at least build a Niagara. Well, if you build level 1 stuff, you get crafting XP, which makes you more shit in the future. Okay, so I should probably build something then. Probably build the ship first, though. Well, let's see. Which one of these are any good? The Niagara looks fairly good. Need a bunch of shit, though. Need shipyard level 1 though. Oh, it looks like I'm going to have to build that shipyard either way I go about it. Yes, Naval. Can I help thee? You think so? I would imagine that's where I get logs and shit. I'm on the on my way to port, so. Yeah, okay, jeez. I shall. Okay, so I need doubloons for this one. Doubloons. How does one get doubloons? Don't tell me they're a paid currency. I've only got 118. Well, is there anything I can knock out with just a small ship? You're going to Ha. Willing to bet that's the Gulf of Mexico. From questing, you know, winning battles. Yes. That thing I'm not very good at. Winning, that's it. Might as well open song request while I'm about. Going to Bhutan. Whereabouts is Bhutan? I'm learning more and more about this. Thank God I found this search. Bhutan, North Mosquito is there. I can make my way there if that makes any difference. As well. Where's this place? See if I can't make some money on the way there. Alakla. I know, chilling in Kingston. Okay. Well, let's see what else I can do, and then I'll do cargoes. Port our points. Where's the fuck? Yeah, it's only over there. I can make it over there real quick. I'm gonna try it. I mean, I am armless at the minute. That's the only thing on board. No point hiring crew on this piece of shit. Base medium gun now, so you do get basic guns, but they're shit. Well, let's see, how much are guns anyway? Good one. Someone's being rather optimistic. Yeah, 9-pounders. They're the guns I had. Doing okay, but I can't imagine they're very good. Still have no idea what the difference between a lot of these are. I mean, long guns I can only see better. Can I not see stats on that? Base damage 140, as opposed to what I was using is base damage 5. Yeah, long guns seem to be, well, at least these ones are. Because so, yeah, heavier the gun, the more damage it does. This I can understand. Penetration at 1,500 meters is 80. Opposed to these. Long guns, small trajectory. Cannonades, small trajectory, but higher caliber. Rivs, long guns. Whatever the hell that Bloomfield is. Yeah, what did that wrong? What do you mean? Base, medium. Are there any carronades? And I have these, but those were just small guns I had on chase. Basically, carronades are shotguns, long guns are snipers, if you will. Okay. So they don't do well at close range engagement, but it's a cannon, so I can't imagine that being true. Either way. That makes sense. Long guns snipe easier. More accurate over long distance. Good to know. I didn't get a look at how expensive they were, though. Yeah, fairly. Well, let's see now. Yes, do I need to build this shipyard? Although I can't because money. So, well, if I get doubloons from, you know, winning and shit, should probably get about doing that, huh? Where's the helm on the ship? Oh, it's one of those pure sailing ships, isn't it? What else can I do? I don't imagine there are any ships on sale in Kingston, considering it to be, ironically, considering it's the biggest port historically, and it does the least stuff for you. Which is very similar to how Eve did it. And the bigger, more populated, more civilized systems actually did less for you. You can take combat missions in port. I saw that, I just wasn't confident on my chances. Ah, I see, this is how you get the balloons. This. A thing I haven't seen before. A medal of some description. Yeah, for your rank in Kingston. Okay. It's fairly easy. Oh, let's go get some practice while I'm about. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so where is this mission? Mission is right there. Okay. Don't. Oh, there's a ship, almost exactly like mine. Why? So we do have cannons, but they are shit. Good to know. Tell me you took the 7th rate mission. Yes, I did. I wasn't silly enough to take the big boy mission. That would have been suicidal. Just to get a bit of practice whilst I'm about. Sir Mojo Jojo. One imagines that is a player. But it's base ship. It seems to be due southeast. Yes, due southeast. So, you'll go that way. I have yet to form the clan, so this great clan. Only 4,000 reals, which is. Of course, there's a big ass wind due southeast. Also shallows. Due southeast, so in this general direction. We're at a crosswind, but. The one I'm after? Yeah, that's the one. Come on, get me on. Another one is just, I had a user protractor, I just do this and it shows up as an arrow on my mission. On my bar. I was figuring that this one was so close I could probably get away with, you know... I was probably thinking that I could get away with just sailing this one, just maybe not by eye, but you get what I mean. Only 7th rate, so can't be that hard, right? Now, I realise those are some famous last words, but still. There this goes. Okay, well, it looks like we've only got one opponent. And he appears to be as small as I am, so, you know, encouraging. God, when you look at it at this scale, this thing's little more than a fucking raft. Okay, which way's the wind going? Okay, we're crosswind. I don't know what the meaning of the Danish flag at the top of the rig is, but yeah, it is what it is. Considering, you know, you've already got the Royal Navy ensign on there, so. And it appears to be the same ship I'm on. Somehow lost him. Now I just have to sink the bitch. Turn into the wind now. Try loading great. I mean, he's only got 40 dudes, so that's probably not a bad idea. Although Greg want to get a little bit closer to him. A little bit closer than I bargained for, but that's fine. Two dead. Dare he turn faster than I am. eventually he'll stop turning. You can actually stun them by killing minimum 8 in a salvo. I see. I think the idea there being that it would have been a particularly heinous like salvo on his ship. Got to slow him down a touch. Oh, was that what that red flag means? Oh, I wonder what the hell that was. I guess it's based on like percentage of ship, percentage of crew on the boat, for example. Gonna even out so we can get past me, kill the powers. Speed back up again as he comes to pass me. Got a few more that time. Didn't mean to ram him again that time, but no, it is what it is. Actually, slow down, let him get away for a moment. Nope, come on, all right. He's being a bit hopeful by trying to shoot me at that angle. And he only got 2 that time. Another sail up just so we can just about get into proper good range of him. Ah, apparently netted no one on that one. We're about keeping pace with him. Turned into me now. Again, failed to get anyone. Actually got level it. Yeah, I ain't actually killing anyone. I guess his plank is still now too high for me to be able to do any real damage to him. And we'll back off for a moment and just load some ball into him, I guess. Only one with balls. I hit a couple. He's only got 3 guns active on his other side. Well, on that side, should I say. So I guess the rest of his crewmen are manning guns on the other side, so if I can get on the other side of him, I can unload grape into it, which is good, because I already kept grape loaded on the other side. Man. He's more in the wind than I am, so he's getting around me faster. For that time, but I guess that is actually how that's working. I've got 34 crews, so he's killed 6 of mine. Green Kingston, cool. Obviously, I'm not far, so drift out this side then. Okay, we landed all 6 shots that time and even managed to net another crew casualty, so getting better. Actually going to slow, unintentionally ram him. So actually, he's going to keep turning this way. I'm just going to keep piling ball into him. Yeah, 4 hit the hull. I guess I shot low. Turn this way. Yeah, it's too far away from the break. I'll just load ball into it then. Then get just a little bit farther away. The other side is loaded, but that side is rather hurt, so I don't want to expose that to him if I don't have to. Sails. Oh, I actually turned into it at the right time, so we kind of stabilised the aim. Hands is learning. I got another one of his crew that time, which is good. I suppose I could turn the other line of guns on him. Kind of turned at the right moment, so I had a low profile when he fired. What's he doing? Turned. Got his ass to me, which I don't like. If I actually slow down a touch. Got a half sail and then turn. Oh. 3 hits. Only one of them was a mast. So is there any way I can see his mast damage? Yeah, sail damage, 100%. Okay, I am, however, in the wind. Like sailing into the wind there, so I'm going to get away from that. I did see that. I mean, I appreciate you, kind of bailing me out of me having sunk my first ship on a rather dumb mistake. And if it was bigger than the other one anyway. Kind of weird. Not that I mind too much. I mean, I've got a pattern for a frigate which I want to build, so... Hey, 6 hits. Not knackering his sails at all, though. Odd. Okay. I was wondering. You passing out in your chair is a rare thing. It was outrageously cute, though. I mean, how? To defeat the object. It was cute, though. Ha! Yes, yes, you do. Does have tons of pizza. When you were tired, more tired than you were hungry. Now that you have defeated tired, you may now deal with hungry. There is dip on your desk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tasty. Put 6 rounds straight in the sea. Nice. That's a good kill. Just turn into the bitch. Okay. Just about makes up for it. 6 in the hull though. Now that side's actually a bit depleted, you just when I get close to it, I'm going to fill him. I'm going to go back to the grip right now. A lot of that plank is depleted. Kill the sails. Kill the sails even a little bit more. Oh, stunned him. 7 crew dead. Catch him now. I have, of course, 75% crew losses on him, so I see 7 men on the deck. Right, obviously it's cosmetic. Apparently 3 crewmen, but I counted 2. I could try and knacker his sails, but I mean, I am firing grape shot, you know, which effectively turns, you know, cannons into shot. 5. There's a repair module that matches up crew members. Oh, but there is. I'm already depowered, so I have to drop some sail. Do I actually have to get him all the way down to 0 crewmen? I have to fully depopulate the boat. I mean, he's got to have like no one manning the sail. Got 1 crewman that time. Continue to unpower my sails, which I will hope is slowing them down. But to be fair, I only have 2 guys on my crewmen, so I'm actually not going to populate him to the point where he can't move until I get him down to 2. If I just bend it as far that side as it would go. No joy. Basically dead in water, reload once a minute or so. Yeah. If I can slow him down, I could just board him and win. Which would require me hitting the mast, which is a famous inability of mine. Just can't hit the fucking thing. But I do. And then all I succeeded in doing was turning the pattern on his outer hull into polka dot. Aim lower. Okay. I'll wait for the wave to bob so I actually get it as low as I can. I'm gonna straighten him out, let him forward a bit. I do believe that is dickheads on the street. I don't know what the hell that maniacal laughter is. pubs aren't open. Wouldn't it have been nice without the pubs open? There's less number of drunken dickheads, obviously people always find a way. I know. Just sleep, damn it. I mean, he's got like no planking left on this side, so that's 6 cannons a load. He's now got 0 guns left on this side, which I suppose helps. Gone a bit close to him again. Well, that's not blown out his fucking armour. I don't know what will. Funny, he has 4 crewmen alive, and yet I see 7. And I'm going to try here. I've taken a bit of damage, so boys to pick that up. We aim low as we can get. Big load of nothing. Nice. Got cannon back, bastard. Could just sink the fucker. I mean, he's only in a basic cutter, right? There's like no point to me capturing this thing. You can't fully decrew. I mean, at that point, I suppose you're just supposed to board the plucker. You know, I'd love to do it if I could, you know, hit his mast. I suppose I could shred his sails, but where's the fun in that? Aim straight ahead for his mast. Clearly doesn't work. Only hit a module though. I don't know how that is. It doesn't tell you which module though, so. See which module. Oh, is that what those yellow and red things mean? Because I've damaged it. Oh, they repaired the pump. Pump went red? Ah, I see. Stick close to him again. Get ahead of him and then get on his other side. I am on his right side. If I just like anchor in front of him. Turn off. cut the sails. Try to get him fully alongside me again. Or you could just stop, I suppose. I mean, if he's just going to stop, then... Now he's sped back up. Cut in front of him so I can get back on his weakened side. I was already on his weakened side. That's all of his planks gone. Like, all of it. Tempted to, I would be tempted to try grape again if there was any point, but with this thing there isn't. Because with smaller ships it just takes ages. You just haven't got the raw firepower in order to make battles end quicker. And I did faff for a bit trying to depopulate his ship, so... Armor dead, middle bar is actual health. Okay, I figured that much. And I suppose the front and back ones are just, you know, front and rear armor. Or should I say bow and stern, but you know. I mean, he's got no pump. He's got no fans, he's got no ground. He's got to just be taking on piss loads of water, right? One would have thought. Man. Sink, damn it. I'm gonna say, yeah, I suppose that is true, but. He's stopped. So one can only assume that he is beginning to sink. He's listing a bit. Let's be safe. PvE or PvP? PvE. I'm not confident enough to go into PvP just yet. I mean, I'd like to one day. I mean, that's where the meat of the game is. You know, I'm very much still a newbie to this game. Like I say, I would like to. That's not quite yet. Pretty sure, like some Russians or something will eat me alive. So. And obviously, I'd be wanting to be advocate for the British side of things, which, as far as you know, as much as I've been told, isn't doing too hot. So, you know, we'll see. Turn, get back on him. How is he not sinking? 4 men are just putting on a Herculean effort to keep this fucking thing afloat. Ah, there you go. Actually marks when you've killed the ship. Nice, nice. Hmm? What did I do? You can loot him. Ah, piss. Oopsie daisy. Oh well, lesson learned. He was only a cutter, I can't imagine he had a terrible amount on him. Either way. Head back to Kingston then. That general direction. And you much something like I suppose, you know, if I could have gotten his cannons or something, that would have been nice. No, the ones that are left. Fuck me. Ooh, what's that? I would imagine capturing ships would be easier if, you know, one knew how to properly demast a ship. But you could just fill its sails full of holes, but... I mean, yeah, that's true. Sometimes they do just have silly amounts loaded. Okay. So me and Luca have got most of our mythics done. I think I've got 2 mythic dungeons left to go. I'm item level 175 now. I'm like, still not there. Actually got to get all the way to fucking 180 before they'll let me in the raid. Which no, I can't wait to do, but we'll get there. Maybe they changed the name of Twitch Prime to Prime Gaming. I don't know, I guess I just like the name of Twitch Prime better. Prime Gaming sounds... I was about to say corporate, but they all do. American? Disgusting. Enemy player. He's a pirate. Feckin' pirate? I guess I can understand the draw of going pirate, but you know. Oh shit, shadows. Yeah, I suppose it does make an astute play to put a fort. I do like how pretty it looks. Cool. Here, there. One would have thought it would have hit here. The hold. Now I see. There are plenty actually on rank 5, quality 45. Jesus. 3 million for that? Right. Ah, there he is. There she is. Main. Much better. Even the black. I have to know if that's a real mast. What is this? Is it I suppose it would make sense if it was in India, man, but. Oh, is that why Nixo? Well, that makes more sense, I suppose. I suppose they just don't ever expect them to sell, so. Trincomalee. Guess it's a Spanish design. No, let's deck her out with some cannons. I suppose that would make sense, though. Because what, if you put a ship up on an auction, does it like take it away from your navy or something so you can get a bit more space? You just put it on there for like a super long term. Ah, yeah, that makes more sense. Was a British ship, my guy? Really? I have to look that up. That's so weird. Anyway. Get some guns in there then. What? At the 14, 2 weeks of free space? Yeah, that makes more sense. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that? Okay, so she's got 2 decks of guns. Lower decks of guns. Oh, so it's got 2 chase cannons, but no pursuit cannons. One, 2, and then the other 2 will probably be up, probably there, I think. So let's put some guns in there then. Go sort by. There's a blown field. Crap is what it is. The 24 pounders are going for not a bad price. 500 reals for 30 of them. But no, there are 30 on sale, not. 32 pounders are going for 800. 900 for the 36. Fried chicken and ship description? Indeed. Ah, thank you for pointing that out for me. I was hoping I could put some big malice guns in this thing. Oh well. 18 pounders is still twice the weight I was having in the previous gun. 18 pounder medium gun. I need to fully outfit this. The cannons below are only 9 pounders. 32 pounder carronades, but yeah, too short range for my taste. So we are going to need. We're going to need 28. You need 28. 28. My memory's like a goldfish today. 18 pounders. 18 pounder medium gun. I need 8 of them. Is that for one side or both? 28, 22, 28 guns. Will be 14 aside. Off. Loaded. You open this up. Go to my warehouse. Warehouse. That's my warehouse. Probably sell these for a bit. I put those there. In theory, yeah, they all go. See? Genius. Genius. We have proven that the man can learn. Okay, now we need 22 9-pounder guns. I believe. Got 4 9-pounders already, so I only need 18. You just click on the cannon symbol. a warehouse. Oh. Terrific. Pounder. I've got 4, need 22, that's 18 guns. Yeah, and then 4 more 9-pounder guns for chase. The chase cannons, the front cannons, or the rear cannon? Oh, no. There we are. Is there anything else I can mount to this thing? I like. Well, splinter resistance and morale up. Repair time, repair amount. I'll pop that there then. What about you? Well, can't sell those. Yeah. Yes. Contract. Cannons, yeah. 12-pound. 4, 18. 12-pound. Good, I'm going to be a shitlord and do that. Fuck you. Them things I don't need them. Okay, is there anything I want to put in my cargo hold, like supplies? Like, does that make any difference, or are they literally just stuff for sale? Send the mans to the warehouse. Let's put some hull and rig players and rum. Rum. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Go to markets. Humobiles. Not too much though. Okay. All repairs. There's no one selling them. Big repairs. Only 6 are being sold. Somewhere else you can buy them. Bottle. There's plenty of rum on the market, so get 20. I have no idea if that's a lot, but we'll call it. That's how much I'll buy. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any repairs on the market. I'll buy the 6 that they got. I mean, I'm probably overpaying for them, but it is what it is. Okay, feeling a bit better now. I've got a decent ship with cannons that I'm sure are the best I can purchase for it right now. Got no hull repairs though, which worries me. I could just sail over to the next port, see how many they got. Let's go Carlisle, see how many they got. Crew warning. Ah, yes, crew. There's a crew. We go. No crew. Let me get that last little bit. Maybe. Gunboat. Don't need it. Nothing in the hold. Ow. Another crew. Press N to hover over the ship, then you can see how much you can sell. Right. Oh, I see. You can see how much you use per cycle. Ah. 1, so nothing. Okay, what about the actually important one? Yeah, 10 and 8. Gonna need more. Yeah, let's sail to Carlisle. See if they have any. No, I can't. There aren't any here, so. I mean, make them? Might as well go looking then. Yeah, if I should get. Oh, I mean, gotta love the unfurling of the sails. I mean, just looks better. Yes, you are, Moobot. Don't lie to me. I don't. Moobot is just a rebellious piece of shit. Try again, Tavar. There it is. It's just a rebellious piece of shit. Okay, Carlisle, if I'm reading that map right, is on the other side of this little headland here. What's going on here? Spania and Great Britain. I have no idea how big the ship is, but about rating 35. I probably want some repairs before I can before I actually take this thing into a fight, and this time I'm going to take it into a fight that I'm actually going to win. So yeah, the majority of the cannons are they're below deck. I think it was the lower guns that were actually the higher poundage ones. Because I got 18-pounder and 19 and 9-pounder guns on this thing. A good deal of them too. It's no small amount of guns. With a few chase cannons. Oh, just get me in the mood for fucking Cyberpunk now. It's odd considering this is a game about 16th to 18th century sailing ships, but you know, it is what it is. A French privateer, note to self, come back and kick his ass. Only a little ship too. Basically a little brig there. So I'll raid him for all he's got and then go in there. Ew. Can't see my bells. There's none here either. Awesome. Might as well keep going then. I gotta find some repairs somewhere. Are there actually any ports here that belong to China? Just deliver your passenger? Oh yeah, that's right, I have one of those. Mant has been waiting. Going. What's up, Prince? Gee. Hires. That's there. Controlled by the Russians. Hold. Sailing against the bloody wind. About here, sail that heading there. Stop off there just to see if they've got any bloody Oh, a whole lot of big repairs. Just follow the island to Jamaica, and we're against the wind. Nice. That's salt. Yeah, deal. We're gonna do that. We actually established a Carlisle on fucking Jamaica. We're dropping anywhere near as many frames as I was last time. And the stream last time was like a half hour behind. I don't know what it was. I've listened to it and it was not great. So I honestly might delete that fucking stream. You know, it sounded crap, it looked crap. I don't know what it was. If Twitch, from my experience, it looked like. I think Twitch was just melting. I don't know what it was. I went on to Asmongold stream and he had like 50,000 people watching, and he was struggling as well. Like he literally like missed a whole block of frames every second or so. Then it was weird when I got conflicting reports from Justin and Chris. So I'm really not sure. I mean, it's fine. I'll try her again tomorrow. Anyway. 4 days.
Oh.
I'm literally on the page. If the music is anywhere near like this in Cyberpunk, it's going to be a good time for I'm not going to stop playing that game, to be honest. If it, might as well have this discussion now. I mean, do we reckon Cyberpunk's going to live up to the hype? Well, no, because I don't think any game has been as hyped up as this one has been. Like, almost ever, to be honest. I think, is the Cyberpunk hype greater than the No Man's Sky hype? Yeah. At least I would say so. But then to be honest, I'm way more on board for Cyberpunk than I ever was for No Man's Sky, so it just feels more to me, but you know, I don't know how other people feel. That is very true, Tavar. I mean, do we believe Witcher 3 to be... Oh, is it a fluke? Probably not, because, you know, the Witcher games have kind of always been excellent. It's just Witcher 3 especially so. Like, it was just most excellent. I say it's still being considered one of the best games ever. Honestly, yeah. Like, every aspect of that game is just... It's excellent to breathtaking. I mean, like, the story, the writing, like, the delivery, the writing, the mechanics are simple enough so that anyone can use them, but complex enough so that people who want to get, like, number shit and into it can do so and still feel satisfied. But you can also just not worry about it. You know, it pays to be prepared, but you don't always have to be. But, you know, the game's like, oh, you can just go in there and just boss it, but, you know, wouldn't suggest it. So it comes down to that. Also, in a nice way, they're just copying out of Works, which is a book series. Cyberpunk's pen and paper. Precisely, I think they're fantastic at adapting Works. You know what I mean? Like, there's my father Because he was like an OG nerd. Like he played fucking first edition D&D, AD&D, Cyberpunk, and plenty others. I'm sure he's just not telling me about when they were current. To the point where I've actually kind of stolen his books. I really need to give them back to him. I feel real bad how I'm holding on to them, but I know, but they're his. I feel bad depriving him of his relic. Did we give them a new set? Yeah, because I watched the piss out of them.
People watch about it stuttering.
I know. It's just the level at which I just destroyed them. Might as well just check here and see if they've got any bloody repairs. My pen and paper group once wanted to play Cyberpunk, but I just kind of read my entire way through. Rulebooks are incredible. I love the way they're written. Like, I gotta have like some point on the run up to Cyberpunk, I've got to have them. I'm gonna get the camera back out, and I'm gonna literally have the books open and just going through, doing like the similar hype shit that we did for Iron Harvest. Yeah, and there's one of the equipment manuals as well. Yeah. Have you that's a point about. Have you ever seen the like the equipment manuals, like the gear books you can get for Cyberpunk? Yeah, they probably are. I had more than one. Because they're styled like magazines, like fucking like boutique magazines, and I love it. They look so cool, and they're all like branded and shit because like the different companies do different 6. But obviously, I've got main book, and then what else have I got? So that's Pacific Rim, which is all your Islander, and I think all the Japanese stuff is in there as well. So if you want Vibra Blades and like fucking cyborg samurai stuff, it's in the Pacific Rim book. Like some of this stuff, man, it's fucking just Akira as shit. You know what I mean? No, it is. It's like it's super like 80s, like 80s, 90s. Can't say I have, but I have a check. Like I say, at some point, like that guy's literally branching a Kokiri, like. There's a map of Taiwan for some reason. Like Japanese or Chinese, even they don't know anymore. I'm literally reading the text here. There's just a map of Southeast Asia for some fucking reason. That's current as well. That's current. Like, God, I'm so hyping it. Like I said, I gotta have a hype stream. There's a map of Southeast Asia, Cambodia. I suppose it's if you want to these are source books. I want to go round Jamaica so I can turn up on Haiti. No, but that's all shallow, so I gotta go around that. I am now sailing into the wind. As you can see on these sails and how they're pushed into their masts. What I'm planning on doing, I'm not sure where I'll fit it in, but I kind of want to do a hype stream similar to how I did one for Iron Harvest, where I just kind of went through the trailers. We kind of broke it down piece by piece, looked at a bit of the source material. You know, one of those. Except in the case of Cyberpunk, I have all the books, courtesy of my father, Euro source book. So obviously, because Cyberpunk took place in the modern, well, in the real world, as it were, you kind of had to choose where to put your campaign. And these source books are literally they're for setting, they're for... I mean, this one's literally a style guide. This one's called Chrome 3. Yeah, and it's just advertisements. Literally just advertisements for various bits of kit. There's a Yamaha guitar right here. That's for the Rocker Boy, which is actually a class. Think Bard, but more metal in both senses. Well, it was 80s, right? You know, when that shit was hype. And I mean, I still see a guitar and I'm like, bruh, it's nice. Fucking guitar. Because it's just so unnecessary. I know it makes no sense, but it looks cool as fuck. Because like he could just be doing this, like just like a boring old man, or he could just have it in his arms like a fucking key. It makes no sense. Rocker is basically a mix of bard and summoner. Yeah, no, basically like because fucking Rocker Boy often has like an entourage of dudes that do the fighting for him. So you are literally just a famous rocker who actually have influence and power in fucking Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk is a universe entirely consumed with the concept of style. Oh, there's a tons of shadows. I feel like the default methods that a lot, because the things with Cyberpunk, you kind of had to really think. It was very roleplay focused. In that, a lot of what you could do was based on who you knew and who you talked to, which of course was all for the DM to set up. There was a lot more talking involved. There was a lot more personal intrigue involved, which is gonna be a bit strange because it's gonna be a bit strange because sea fish, lizardfish, needlefish, mutton, fish. But like I say, it was a lot more roleplay focused because I DM'd I've DM'd like a couple of D&D groups in my. Oh, this is where this is from. But, in my days, in the whole 25 years I've been on this sordid earth, but I found that D&D, you kind of have to strike a balance, because you get those players who don't want to do nothing but kill shit and play the numbers game with the fighting and stuff. And then you get players who are all about the role-playing. And then you get players who are all about the role-playing, but in the entirely wrong way, where they're going to take your carefully built, nicely written encounters and just scream penis at them for 5 minutes. Paul. Luca wasn't actually all that bad. Luca just wanted to bend it in his own way. No, he's not trying to burn down an orphanage for the fun of it. He's trying to burn down an orphanage and justify it. Because I told him this front and fucking center. Burning down an orphanage is basically an inexcusable act of evil. He just wants to justify it to me because I use it as an example of an evil act. Because I told them that if you start acting in ways that are different to your character's put down stuff, like your alignment, for example, well, you're going to start straying from your path. And I'm going to start taking levels off you. Because it literally says it in the fucking DM's guide that I got to do that. Because you can't just play a chaotic evil character and then do whatever you want. Because that's not how this works. Because if you're a chaotic evil character... Dark Eye Groot, you build a slave rings. Yeah. So it's like, if you want to do evil stuff, then who cares? But at least be evil whilst doing it. You know what I mean? But if you guys are all evil, for one, I generally don't want to run evil campaigns because they almost always turn into scheming matches between other players. But precisely because what will happen is everyone will be on their phones tapping away, all sending it to me. And I got to keep up with this shit. Like you guys are basically playing fucking Game of Thrones, and I'm George R.R. Martin trying to write this shit in real time, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's not happening. And we just enslave NPCs whilst questing. No, yeah, precisely. I mean, if you're in a part of the world that supports that kind of stuff, then obviously, like, if you're in like a desert or medieval society where slavery is kind of supported and expected, fine. You know what I mean? Like, you could absolutely like capture bandits and sell them as chattel slaves and stuff. Actually happened. Oh, Montego Bay's right there. Might as well check it. Oh yeah. If you're in a part of the world that supports that kind of stuff and it isn't really seen as evil, it's just a part of the society, you can kind of get away with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just it's because oh God, more shadows, fuck's sake. But like I say, he's only trying to burn down that orphanage and justify it to me because I use it as an example of a cut and dry evil act. You know? You can't get much more evil than burning down an orphanage with the orphans still inside. Know what I'm saying? And then he keeps floating all these mitigating circumstances to me, like, but what if they're all possessed? Then they're all possessed! It's kind of a different situation. Now, I'm talking cut and dry, and you can see, I can tell I'm heated by this because I've had this argument with him about 1 billion times. Like, fuck's sake. Because like I say, he keeps bringing to me all these mitigating circumstances, like, what if it's overrun by evil people? Or what if all the fucking orphans are actually like demons or some shit? Then that's different. They're actually demons pretending to be orphans. That's fine then. But I'm saying that if you burn down a place where a bunch of parentless children live, and they are all just that, parentless children, who have been forsaken by society and now have to live in a goddamn orphanage, I'm going to say that's pretty fucking evil of you. And he keeps trying to justify it to me. And I'm so paranoid now that I'm going to look over at fucking Discord and it's going to be a call from Luca just being like, so hypothetically. You know what I mean? And he does that shit constantly. Anyway. But, Paul is the worst for it because Paul is constantly trying to get a leg up on things in the worst possible way. Like, I could sense that he had tried some of the shit that he tried with me before on other DMs. Because basically, Paul is a guy that we play with in our current D&D group. He plays a rogue, a gnome rogue, a red-headed female gnome rogue, which is literally noted down in our character description is voluptuous.
I mean, bitch.
And then there's the fucking name. Now her first name is Noma, spelt gnome, and the last name is C. Get it?
No mercy.
But this guy, he's a rogue, right? So whenever I sense I'm going to play a rogue, I'm immediately sensing a shitlord. Like you kind of have to assume it. Like there are some characters where you can kind of assume what they're going to try and do, you know? The barbarian's going to be big and stupid. The fighter's just going to want to kill shit. The wizard's going to try and look for rare magic shit. The bard's going to try and sex everything in fucking sight. But what if the orphanage is evil like the building? Well, there are mimics that are big enough to mimic buildings. But then that's not an orphanage. It's an evil creature pretending to be an orphanage. In which case, it's fine. Because it's not an orphanage. Anyway. You kind of assume like the bar's going to sex everything in sight. And the rogue is going to try and steal shit. It's what they fucking do. It's a rogue, you know? It's like a pacifist fighter. Like, of course the rogue's a fucking kleptomaniac. No shit. Know what I mean? So, what this guy tried to do, he basically said, is there a man... they've just gone off a job, I think it was. They just got like a shitload of money from something. And they go out gear shopping, as one tends to do in D&D. Go out gear shopping, they're going to try and find all their really cool shit that they can now afford, because they've all got lots of money. He says, is there like a magic like item store or something? And I'm like, yeah, sure, there's a place. It's run by the Wizard Circle, in fact, because in my world there was like an organised college of wizards. Very, very Terry Pratchett, but not quite as silly. But, you know, where they had a centre with a tower and it was like a place where they were all based and shit. But I was like, yeah, sure. There's like a little artifact store, and they run it for profit with all these magical enchanted items that they all produce to make money for the college and shit. He goes there and he's effectively casing the joint. I mean, he's going there, he's looking around, he's looking for fucking security shit, and I'm really flat with him, and it's like, yeah, you don't see much. There is plenty of shit all around that fucking shop for security's sake, but he is a rogue, i.e. not magically trained. So how the fuck is he ever going to recognise like a ward, or an alarm spell, or a fucking magical trap, or something like that? He's not going to know what to look for, so of course he doesn't fucking see nothing. What he also doesn't see are the two fucking stone golems hiding in the walls. Exactly what was he expecting me to do? Like, there's shit... I put on sale some, like, really valuable stuff, like fucking... like, greater bags of holding and ogre gloves +3 and really big shit, like really expensive stuff, like 25,000 gold worth. You could buy a fucking warship for that much, huh? And it's like, he was casing the joint, and he basically wanted to steal shit, you know. And he tries it that night. He breaks in. He does his whole and main problem with this. When the fucking thief or the rogue, whatever they're called in your particular game, tries this sort of stuff, they are monopolizing the role playing for like an hour. I mean, because they got to act out every step of them breaking into this place and burgling the joint. And you have to roll the dice and see how it goes, but it takes away time when everyone else in the party is just sleeping. And it overrides like 2 hours of a fucking 6-hour session, and 6 hours is generous a lot of the time. I mean, oftentimes we can't get that long, you know? I mean, to be honest, like some of the longest sessions I've had were like 12-hour sessions that went on all fucking day. Some of the best games we've ever run, by the way. But, like, you know, it's yeah, and he didn't get away with nothing. And he turned his nose up at me when I offered a pardon for a reward for a later quest when they basically saved everyone from a fucking underground cult that was going to kill everyone. I was like, yeah, you'll get a pardon because they fucking know it was you. They're fucking they're mages. To be honest, mate, you're not exactly inconspicuous. You are a voluptuous female gnome who is very brash with bright red hair that you very proudly display. You're not exactly inconspicuous. They know exactly who you are. You know, and they've just offered you a pardon for breaking into somewhere, causing probably thousands of gold in criminal damage, trespassing, breaking and entering. I think there was a watchman and he tried to kill him, so attempted murder. You know? And I offered a pardon among other rewards, and he turned his nose up at it, and I'm like, exactly what the fuck do you want me to do? But, you know, when I basically made it quite clear that, you know, you weren't getting away with shit, you need to properly plan this stuff to get stuff away with me. I think he got the gist that he's dealing with a experienced no-nonsense DM, which is exactly what I am. But yeah, I would love to run a game of Cyberpunk, but yeah, the rules are very not what you're used to. You know, if you're used to D&D, then Cyberpunk plays very differently, both in system and in feel. Like, please keep gold. Yes, I will be executed by shiny. Basically, that's rogues though, just in general. That stuff. Anyway, as I say, but Cyberpunk is very not that. And I mean, like, there is a class that is just combat focused, but it's called the Solo, and they're frequently referred to as psychos, which they are. Play this right now. He has. Well, I'll find some stuff later. But it's very not that. You know, it's very talky. Like, yeah, we're getting there. Go grab that wind bonus. But yeah, it's very based on. It's very gang intrigue and very much based on, you know, who do you know, and I was just checking something. Yeah, it's very much based on, you know, who do you know and what have you got over on people. Like, what leverage do you have? You know, that kind of stuff. You know, like getting your hands on really advanced tech is actually quite difficult. You have to steal it from the military, or even worse, the corporations, because the corpos are the ones who hold all the power in Cyberpunk, you know? Very similar to Deus Ex, you have to be into that, but yeah, very much. I'd say there's a little less emphasis on the philosophy in Cyberpunk. No, where it differs is that where Deus Ex is very much a world which is just coming into cybernetics and, you know, bodily and like human enhancement and going past those limits. Cyberpunk is a world that has already fully embraced it, and a world in which rejection syndrome is not a problem. And they say that constantly, like with the proper procedures. Also, very very close to Blade Runner. It's very Blade Runner. Like when I do show you these books, yeah, they're extremely Blade Runner. But yeah, But, you know, it's very much a kind of thing. Like, you do get rejection syndrome in this, in Cyberpunk, but, you know, it's only when they're like back alley doctors and stuff. And when it's not proper procedure and that sort of shit. And, but yeah, in Deus Ex, obviously, it's just a world fully, like, coming to grips with the idea of human enhancement and the class divides that come with that and what it means to be greater than human and all that sort of shit. It's basically violating the whole all men are created equal tenet. Your Blade Runner and Deus Ex, love pen and paper. Yeah, precisely, I can't wait. I am, as you say, unbelievably hyped. I can't fucking wait for it. Which is kind of odd, considering, you know, fucking... Ah, brain, please. Oh, my brain's just gone blank. It'll come to me. But, yeah, no, I've been waiting for this shit for ages. Oh, thank you. Once I start talking and you'll remember it. On the Thursday when it comes out, we obviously I've got to do the raid. Raid nights is Thursday, and that could take a little while. That could take a few hours. But you know, it's Castle Nathua raid. We're going in, and I've been grinding for it for weeks now, 2 weeks. But yeah, probably later that day I will boot up Cyberpunk for the first time. I was hoping to have my computer upgrade ready for it, but you know. The marketplace is what it is right now, and it's fucking impossible to get parts. So, but some point in the coming week, considering how close it is, I might even do it tomorrow. I will go through the. I'm going to amass all the trailers on YouTube. Kind of go through them. Maybe not all of them, because there's a fucking lot of them. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of them. But yeah, I'll go through the trailers. I'm going to showcase these books, like because honestly, like I say, I've got the Euro source book for the if you want to do it in the European side of things. If you want to do it in like Asia, any of it. Here's the original Chromebook with the most 80s fucking cover I've ever seen. Look at this shit. It's like the Jetsons, but horny. What? It's like the Jetsons, but horny. Look at this shit, Sash. It's a chrome lady. And she's taking her bra off. You can even see the nipple, Sash.
She's wearing a lace bra.
She's made of metal.
How do you know it's just chrome plating?
What is chrome? Is that a kind of steel I'm hearing?
This is a light coating. Even her hair's made of chrome.
Leading me to believe it's a fully synthetic being.
Possible. Very possible.
If it was just a person, they probably wouldn't have gone as far as the hair. Wild Side. Oh, this is the underground stuff. God, this is 80s as fuck. When was this published? 93.
So before we were even born.
Yeah, these books are 2 years older than me. So I had one more.
Thought you were.
Yeah, no, I was born 95. Still only qualifies me as a 90s baby.
Yes. Ditto.
Blech. I like that sound. Please. Oh, Jesus, you sound max horny. Sure. Yeah, but you know, when you see the book, you'll see what I mean. But I might even do one tomorrow. Like I've only got 2 mythic dungeons left: Sanguine Depths and English Necrotic Wake.
Bitcoin.
I mean, if you look at it, like she's like I think she's a net runner. Though I'm not sure if this is necessary, but
Nope, but it can.
yeah. As I say, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, like I said, I want to do the hype stream where we go through all the stuff. Yeah, Netrunner. According to Mythard, random Soviet invasion, but fucking my brain's dead. Yeah, so my father, who obviously played this shit, he remembers lamenting for fucking ages because like because every group, you know, you kind of had to have a net runner because, you know, they're incredibly useful for hacking and shit. No, how close are we? Gone off. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just checking if you're okay. Believe it or not, I kind of have a vested interest in your well-being, Zash. Yes, I am. I have no idea where it came from. But yeah, it's just basically every group had to have a netrunner because hacking and having a netrunner was so incredibly useful. But netrunning was basically its own like sub-adventure inside the fucking game. So you basically had to devote like fucking hours of your time to the netrunner's little fucking cyber adventure, and it would always take ages. And because he's the only netrunner in the group, he's the only one doing stuff. So it became a problem where you kind of had to, everyone had to run a netrunner so that they could all do the netrunning stuff at the same time. But that meant everyone was just wank at combat and talking to people. You know what I mean? Because like every group needed a solo just so you had some stuff, some weapons. But I remember he was telling me the story about how he and another friend of his formed the Quick and Easy company with the idea that he was this fucking 8 feet tall, plated monster of a man who was just a walking war crime. And he, what's this? In bonus. He was just a fucking walking war crime who walked around with this fucking automatic, like, rocket launcher. And his name was Easy. And then my father ran a guy, had another guy who was just this little, like, he had all the samurai stuff, so he had like a vibra blade. No, he had a mono blade, which was like a blade which is called so because it's 1 atom thick. Or at least the blade is 1 atom thick. And it would just slice through fucking anything, because you know, it's a mono blade, it's molecularly sharp. You know? And his name was Quick, so together they formed Quick and Easy Incorporated, and they were just a mercenary band. You know? And he told me the story about how he wanted to run a netrunner. Well, I think it was netrunner. I don't know, but he was really good with explosives. And they were trying to hijack a truck. And their method of stopping the truck was they were all fighting in like the back of the truck and stuff, and they were trying to fucking like wrestle the control of the truck. Another one of his friends, his method of stopping the truck was to plant a bomb on the top of it. And basically, he fucked trying to set it up and just wouldn't go off. And when he then eventually told the rest of the party about it, they were like, right, go fucking defuse the bomb, you twat. We want what's in the truck. So he goes up there, he rolls nothing. Like, he just rolls a 1. Fucks it so hard that the bomb detonates and they TKP. Apparently he was very annoyed at his friend for that one. But my father was he was very much he was a jippy bastard of the group all the time. His words, not mine. His whole thing was that he would run these characters who were always very sure of themselves, very confident. This culminated in, and his name to this day is still, like, his online handle is the name of this character. It's fucking Dalark. Yeah, he was a dwarf fighter. And his whole thing is that he was more than happy to take the credit for shit. Like, he was the same friend who played Easy in fucking Cyberpunk, played a ogre magi, like an ogre mage, but because he was an ogre, he took levels in fighter, and he ran around with two-hander swords, and would cast invisibility on himself. So he would just roll around, cutting people's heads off, completely invisible. And all people would see, and my father made sure that this was the case. He'd be running up, and he'd be swinging his sword. He'd be looking like he was fighting. He'd be landing some hits and shit. And obviously, all you see is the dwarfs swinging around, and the heads of people coming off, like people falling down and just being killed. And every single time the fight was over, he'd just plant his sword on the ground, 1 foot on the body, and be like, "Yes, I killed them all." And completely just take all the credit for it. and was entirely unapologetic in doing so. Apparently, this culminated in an incident where they were like fighting like the final like B-bag, you know, the big final boss man, and it was this massive demon in like a dungeon or something. They were all fighting it, and for reasons he still hasn't told me, I'm convinced he was just like, I'm still convinced he was like fucking like in a brothel or something. But he was late to the party, and he gets there just as they're like on their last legs. They've done a huge amount of damage to the boss, but they're about to drop as well. He runs up to it, and he's a fighter, so he gets like three attacks in one turn. He basically bonks it once, and it falls over. At which point he declares, "Yes, I did it. I saved you all. You can all thank me now." Even though he ran in and did exactly 1% of the work, and just completely took credit for the lot and holds it over their heads. It's like, yes, I did it. Like, he's very intelligently aware of the fact that he didn't do shit, but he just claims it anyway. Like, and to the point where I swear, like, the credit of actually having done it is secondary to the fact that he's just pissing the rest of the party off in doing so. And that's the bit he finds absolutely hilarious. So yeah, that's the game. But yeah, even tomorrow, because like I say, I still got a couple of dungeons. Lucas still wants to fucking play as a fucking wants to do some more PvP because he's convinced it's a good way to get gear. It's not that I don't believe him; it's just that I don't know nearly enough to comment. But could be fucking asshole here. But yeah, and. With him being a berserker, me being somewhere between a paladin and a fucking corn berserker, so fighter. We were known as the unnecessary damage bros. Well, yeah, that's half the fun. But it's not only how much can we beat him, it's how much damage can we do in the meantime. Maybe Liu Game then. Whoever these salts chaps are, they're trying real hard. Pirate Lord there. Much more perfectly to split a dark cultish head to toe using it with a flip. Yeah, those are always fun. Like, when players crit like that, I always do the thing where, like, you can tell me how you kill him. You just name to me, like, if you've rolled a crit, and I can already tell you the damage is more than enough to kill him. So you just tell me what you do. Like, you impale. Like, impalement was one of my favorite methods. Really got my message across the DM. You know, just cutting off heads isn't enough. You have to really, really go all out in your sadism. It's going to make the point to the DM. Right? Can't see it yet. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's one of the better ways to do it. You let the players roughly describe what they're doing, then you just turn it in. You just embellish because as the DM, you're originally somewhat good at that. Yeah. And I like to think I do okay. Because, you know, DMing is one of those things it's really hard to know if you're doing well. It's really easy to know if you're fucking it up, you know what I'm saying? I once played with a DM who was so woefully inexperienced, like, he didn't even know the Dungeon Master's Guide was a thing. You know what I mean? But when I lent him my copy for the day, he just was slowly reading through it. As we were trying to have a bloody adventure. I could see that he had written something, he just didn't know what else to do with it. But yeah. Let's see, I've long considered running a D&D campaign on this channel, but there's a lot of organisation to do with that, so I'll have to put that off for a bit. The one I'm looking for. Still don't get why there's a Russians and... But does that actually... Yeah, actually looks kind of cool. The Russian port's actually kind of cool. But yeah, I could see that he had an idea in his head, but you know, because I was playing the Paladin and I was just trying to be the the force of good. Because I often, when I'm a player, try to work with the DM rather than against him. You know, too many people just try and hijack the DM's campaign. Ooh. Pavel. Nice shit. That's fine, I'll hijack it later. There. And if you're playing too much for the players, you do it wrong. That's what I mean. I think most of the experience in roleplay is knowing what you can't get away with. If that makes sense. Like, if the players just feel like they're in some wonderland in which they can do whatever it is that they like, then it quickly becomes no fun. For the same reason why the Christian idea of heaven is incredibly stupid, where it's a wonderland where you can do whatever you want. But yeah, but that would get very boring quite quickly. You know what I mean? When you're in a post-want world, it's very, very strange. You know, it doesn't work that way. Like, being stern with your players is an important part. That, and you know, if you have a 5-man group, if 4 out of the 5 are cooperating and are playing the game very much how you intended it, and they're playing along, and then there's that one asshole who just has to go and be a murder hobo, it derails the whole thing. You have to deal with it. I've damn near kicked out players for being murder hobos before. You know what I mean? Like, especially when one player is just doing morally inexcusable crap, you know? Just there was this one game I did where they were very much helping the military because they were in this region which had recently just been completely overrun by monsters for inexplicable reasons. The idea is that they were supposed to investigate, like, centered around the main castle of this like little region, and they did the one thing that I told them not to fucking do, which was split up the party. But you know, they all went their separate ways, and there was this one, a gnome who was there. We are, and I think I'll just turn this in. And he was very proud of the fact that he had his own little carriage, like quickly check if they got any repairs. Team bells. No. And terrific. But yeah, it was very. Actually, if I go and take a job, he was very proud of the fact that he had his own little carriage, and he had this strategy where he would use obscuring mists and like flat out invisibility to make his little carriage invisible. And there was this one time where he was going up like a middle road with like a bunch of scouts. They were just trying to get a feel for the region, and they get attacked by harpies, right? And I wasn't expecting them to do well anyway. But you know, my idea being that these guys, they're primarily bow users. They're military, so they're well trained. They're not exactly conscripts either, so they should be fairly easy to deal with. Like just a bunch of harpies, you know, they're just giant bird ladies. Not exactly a difficult target. Then they make tons of noise. But this guy just immediately, as they all go to ground, just immediately makes himself invisible and fucks off. Which I'm like, so you are just gonna flat out abandon them? Like, I get that you're a gnome illusionist, but you can still fuck with it. You can still at least try to help, like you said you would. And instead, he just makes his carriage invisible and fucks off at the first sign of trouble. So I rule that the entire fucking patrol of about 20 men basically gets annihilated. Like, several of them die, others get carried away back to the fucking nest to await whatever horrid fate awaits them. And like maybe a couple guys made it back to camp heavily, like badly wounded. And instead, this guy decides he's going to go all the way to the fucking. See what I can do. Rack. Instead, this guy decides that he's going to go all the way to the fucking castle and try to basically reconnoiter the place there. I came in right. Yeah, we could head up that way. Although, to be honest, I want to do some fights. Ranks 3. Yeah. This place is a little hard, especially without repairs. For the big passenger thing, you'll get doubloons. Oh, really? Yeah, good to know. Anyway, I don't think all the jobs there are a little weird. Can I tell what rank this place is? Well, we might as well ferry a passenger. Yeah, like, so he goes there and he's basically trying to reconnoiter the place. I'm convinced that what he was trying to do was get some stuff for himself. Like, basically see if there was anything valuable in the castle. I didn't move it to my fucking hole. I'm great at this. But he was trying to get into the castle and basically sack it of all its really valuable shit before the party had a chance, is what I'm convinced he was trying to do. Oh good, it was already in there. But yeah, I'm convinced that was what he was trying to do. And he gets there and he swiftly learns that the castle is kind of the dungeon, you know, the fucking gauntlet that I've set up. Passenger is always putting your hole. Good to know. I can do a straight line from, yeah. This one. But, yeah. So he gets there and he finds out that I've put fucking, like, adult earth elementals outside the fucking door. Oh, I'm not gonna find game fine. Second dog. I'm just gonna go with shaking hands. I've turned towards the land. I'm actually liking it quite a bit. It's very, it's very much ship porn, and I'm a fan of ship porn. So, you know, they do look beautiful, especially this one that Tavar sold me. It's very nice. And, you know, the cannon physics are quite solid. You know, like, I like how they've done it. Like, I'm a big fan. I think, obviously, it still needs a bit of polish, but, yeah, it's getting there. But anyway, so he learns he can't get in there, and he heads back, and then he's bemused and bewildered when the military doesn't quite trust him when, you know, 20 of their guys went out, only 2 came back, and they report horrible things. And you were nowhere to be seen. And then you turn up later, the 2 guys in the fucking medical tent, you know? But these guys are not like in deep care of the apothecaries, and you know, you just kind of turn up hours later. I mean, it's just, and he was bemused and bewildered when I said that the military weren't quite trusting him anymore. Just get a good grasp and come check out the war server. That is the current plan. Funny if you're only the second person to ask about it. Yeah, that's the plan. When I get a bit more of a grasp on things, and you know, I'm not a complete fucking new guy to this. There are a couple guys in the community already who have just mainlined this game, and as you can see, Taval here is really helping me out here, teaching me some, you know, basic shit. Because it's very much the game that doesn't hold your hand, and I like games that do that, that leave you to figure it out. That's why I was a fan of E for so long. Yeah, that's fully my intention. Gonna get together, gonna form maybe form a bit of a clan for the community, organize a bit, learn how to play the game fucking properly, and then head over to the war server where I'm sure, you know, the fights are actually going to be really good because it involves actual strategy, which, you know, I adore. So yeah, that's what I fully intend to do. There. Very skill based. Yeah, I can see that. Well, it's very much modeling like actual naval combat. I mean, like they've aimed for realism and they've done it well. So yeah, it makes sense. You know, actually thinking about it and applying strategy works. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's a bit, even in real life naval combat, there was always a bit of random chance because, you know, cannons were hardly precision instruments, and sometimes a cannonball just fucking pulls 4 foot to the right for no earthly reason. But other than that, you know, it's very much, you know, where are you know? Do not join Great Britain when you come to war server. You'll have a hard time. I have been told as much. Like, as much as patriotism wants to prevail, and I really want to, you know, put on the admiral's cap and be like, right lads, let's, you know, correct things a bit. I have heard that they're not having a great time. So, you know, I'll kind of get the feel of, you know, I'll kind of have to have a look at the war server ahead of time, and then we'll kind of make a decision where we go. And I don't want to join the biggest one because that's just boring. But, you know, we see how it goes. There are many nations in this game, you know, Great Britain's just one of them. As much as I would love to just take the patriotic idea and just come in and try to be the changing force and proceed to get my shit pushed in. Anyway, like I said, I fully intend to have a look at it. But yeah, coming back to it and starting up when it was released, leaving for 4 years. Yeah, I mean, you've been playing it more than I have, mostly because, you know, I'm part of a WoW raiding guild, so, and, you know, I work in a school during COVID, so, you know, fucking turning way too much. Right, and we're going this way. Cool. Yeah, top shallows. Just doing cargo quests mostly. Well, to be honest, I kind of obviously I want to do, you know, the shooty quests because I have a feeling that's where most of the time is going to be absorbed in war, in the war server. You know, defending, mostly just defending your shit from other players. So, you know, we kind of want to train up a bit, get knowledgeable, and, you know, understand the basics of how not to die before we go into war mode. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Like, actually, you know, sinking AI ships is easy enough, but I would imagine sinking a player ship is fighting and, you know, actually winning against a player is significantly more rewarding, both in the literal and dopamine senses. But I mean, just shots like this. I mean, look at this. Just love how this game looks. I mean, it helps that I'm a gigantic nerd, but this kind of shit is what I love. It's what I loved about World of Warships for the same reason that the models are heartbreakingly beautiful, and with this sort of stuff, I can see that the devs actually do give a shit, that they've poured the time into something as, you know, good and necessary, but not quite as core to the game as just how the ships look. You know, I've played plenty of games where they were just like, yeah, it's based on realism, and the game, and you know, the models in the game look like fucking potatoes. But you know, this sort of shit I love, I mean, because I can get shots like this. As a newbie of all newbies, I will just practice swimming. So it's now a good time to say that I can't swim. Although to be fair, it was a policy in the Royal Navy for years, where sailors weren't required to know how to swim for like the length of, for a very long time throughout the Empire's history, because their idea was, well, where are you going to go? Like, if your ship gets sunk in the middle of the bloody sea, or God forbid ocean, where are you going to swim to? And that's why they didn't require their men to practice swimming. Now you got to like, it's like, got to swim like 10 lengths in like some absurdly good time limit. Just check out other streamers who also play on PvP to get an idea of technique. Might help you out starting out. Yeah, that's a good idea, Doctor Shaky Hands. That'd be a good idea. God, you see some of the best usernames on Twitch. Okay. There's a Russian Empire ship called the USS United States. United States ship, the United States. I can fully believe a Russian made that ship. There are fully too many dogs on this stream. Yeah, well. That's fine. The other guy's a plague doctor, so. But yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I probably will do that, just so I can get an idea of, because, you know, the PvP community may well have hit on a few strategic and meta ideas that I am miles off realizing. So, you know, I'll study a bit and get into it that way before I take the community into war mode and try to make a splash. Have a bit of fun with it. Because I remember trying to do the same thing. With Eve, me and a friend of mine. Tried playing Eve, tried, you know, going out to the uncharted areas and trying to, you know, carve out our own little niche, and then the friend I started with was shocked and appalled when he was just trying to do a quest and some guy uncloaks and blows him up and takes all the shit. I'm like, yeah, we are in a PvP zone, they can do that. But you know. There. Moment for docs. I mean, that is kind of what he does. He just kind of goes on and on about amputations a lot of the time. Yeah, we've got a little while to go yet. It is a pirate ship, and I do heavily outgun him. So, hey, he's not the same sort of ship, but yeah. We might actually meet. Really? I'm going to Cayman Brack, so. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, that's a fucking wallpaper shot right there. It's so pretty. Yeah, you're going to gain most of what you'll gain in PvP won't really help you. As AI mechanics are quite steep and very predictable. Yeah, I get that sense, and they kind of sail around in circles a lot of the time. And when you pull up next to them and start filling them with holes, they're more than happy to just kind of sit there and take it. It's more that I want to get a grip of, how to control the damn ship. How to properly move the damn thing and shoot in an effective manner. Like getting a hold on the gunnery has been one of my biggest challenges, and starting to get it and starting to learn how to lead my shots and how to estimate how far away they are and how to compensate for wave patterns and that kind of thing. I'm learning all that sort of stuff because I do like the emphasis on realism they put in, and yeah, I quite like that a bit. I quite like that. It's the same reason I prefer War Thunder over World of Tanks. I'm not saying that either of those are particularly realistic, but I'm saying that one puts more of an emphasis on realism than the other. So yeah. But yeah, no, I quite enjoy this game. I saw it ages ago. I want to say even years ago. Just how I saw this game ages ago. Saw how it looked, but I think at the time it was quite early in its development cycle, so I kind of gave it a miss. And then I think it was Justin in the community that mentioned it recently, and I kind of gave it another look, and I liked what I saw. And I saw they'd done a lot of polish to it. They've really added a lot to it. And yeah, decided to give it a go. Wasn't the only one I picked up. I also picked up Hell Let Loose, which I also want to learn. So that's an entirely different kettle of fish. Justin bought it, played it, made me reinstall it. Yeah. Justin's just he's just advertising the game at this point. I mean, they should really pay they should really give Justin credit for getting a few players in. It's because on Justin's recommendation did we come in. So, and you came back. I am a new entry to the whole thing. So, yeah, this game's quite chill, at least in this phase where I'm just kind of sailing between port to port. And even then, the combat's very cerebral in the fact that it's quite slow. To a point where you have time to think between stuff, between shots, and you kind of figure out what you're doing and predict and estimate and that kind of thing. It's again another reason why I quite liked World of Warships. It's a very similar reason why I liked it. And then I remember getting completely... Because in World of Warships, I built the Japanese line because I wanted to. This was prior... I started building the Japanese line prior to them introducing the Royal Navy. The moment they introduced the Royal Navy, I immediately filled my line up with fucking British ships, because of course I did. But I still had my main line as the Japanese ships. I had, I think it was a Congo battleship. I was playing, I was doing okay, I was fairly okay at the game. I say fairly okay because, I'm not shit, but I wouldn't exactly call myself good either. But I remember I was sailing in a game, I opened up on a ship, it looked very similar to mine, just had a fancy paint job. I thought, well, it's just cosmetics. I opened up on him, and I did basically nothing to him despite every shot hitting his superstructure. Every shot landed fucking center mass. I was like, oh. Are links allowed on the stream? Right now it's a song request, so yeah. Normally I have links on autoban because, although, bear in a minute, let me check that before the auto mod gets very narky with you. Let me just check that real quick. Okay, go for it. Yeah, I just I turned off the auto modding on links because the last thing I want for you to post a genuine link to something that's actually helpful and then get deleted or something. Because I have a bit of trouble. I don't know if it's just smaller streamers who have this problem, but you get these bots who like to come in and then drop a link to like buying followers or some shit, and it pisses me off to no end. So I often have it turned on just so it just immediately nips him in the bud. But I've just turned it off, so go ahead. I had to think, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this other fucking ship. I checked. It was another Congo. So I opened up on him. He just took it and nothing happened. See, okay, the warning came up, but it didn't do anything. Okay, cool. That's just Nightbot. I still got uninstalled Nightbot. Yeah, I've taken away Nightbot's privileges, so he'll tell you off, but he won't do nothing. Don't worry about it. But can I give you some points for Hell at Loose when you play? Yeah, sure. And say I haven't even played a game yet, and it's already told me that hey, talking to people is somewhat important. Like I looked at some footage and stuff, and it is very much a game where it's almost like Armor, but higher action than Armor. Communicating with your squad and call-outs and that sort of stuff is very important in a very military fashion. According to all the servers, though, it's also very popular with Germans. But it blocked it, really? If I click on the link... Yeah, it sends me to Discord, I can see it. A score... I assume that means scorecard. Let me have a look. So this is a... It's a PvP battle, obviously. Jesus Christ. So, one side got their shit pushed in. Dead, escaped, captures, dead, escaped, dead. Christ. Trounced. Oh, that's impressive work. I mean, let's have a look. I mean, I assume you just... They tried to gank me 19 versus 6. I assume you I mean, to be fair, those ships look very similar in size. To be honest. Impressive work. If that's your ship there, then that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 deck... It's a 4-deck ship. Impressive. Yeah, it's very well done. 1,243 hull shots. I'm pretty sure most ships at the time didn't stock that many cannonballs. But yeah, most impressive. Yeah, so I gotta gather a lot of points when it comes to PvP because I kind of really want to get good at this game in PvP. Just there's a long way between me and there, so I've got to learn. Yeah, like I say, but Hell at Loose seems to be very much a game where I have to communicate quite a bit with whoever my squad commander is, so gotta learn. Yeah, but just by the looks of it, I really like. Yeah, it takes a long time. I would imagine. It's one of those high learning curve games. How many games out there are teaching you like fucking naval, like Age of Sail naval doctrine, And then combo that with, any ways the players have figured out is actually better to play, like better to use than the game wants you to think about. Tanks in Hell at Loose are quite good though. What do you mean? As in they're fun to use or they're accurate? About that. More practice and a handful of skills. The fine-tuning counts. Yeah, fine-tuning counts. Yeah, I would imagine. Like I say, just getting like basic skills down and learning how things work and that sort of stuff. And just the fine little maneuvers and like gunnery, like being consistent with gunnery, I can imagine is quite important. And I found it difficult, but I'm very new. Let's see how many hours. I'm not even 10 hours in, so I got a lot to learn yet. But I'm quite excited for it. I can't wait. But, yeah, Hell at Loose. That's another one. I recently picked another one up. I saw it going, and I was quite interested. Project Wingman. I saw it going recently. I really liked the look of it. I was going to play it a bit and see if it was streamable. See how it goes. We got quite a bit going on at the minute. So 3K hours into the game, many have 4K. Yeah, I assume this is one of those games where people who play it play the shit out of it. This is one of those games where people who like it really like the game. They say, I'm just a massive nerd who likes Age of Sail ships and things that look nice, and the boom boom of cannons helps. Like I say, I'm a big history guy, so this sort of thing has always been way up my alley. So like this already had my attention, but the attention to realism and the level of skill involved is always You know, I appreciate those sorts of things. The tanks must have 3 slots, and it's honestly such a chill atmosphere if you can handle yourself. Yeah, I'd imagine. Don't know what if you. I would imagine like during a free weekend when all of the fucking, all the new. Oh god, I'm sailing against the wind. There's not much I can do about it unless I want to sail further south. But if I shoot for Georgetown, then I can turn into the wind a bit more. No, 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 come on, follow me here. I kind of sail in this general direction a bit more. We practice hitting ships, mast, 1 cannonball at a time. Yeah, no, that's the main thing I really struggle with. Like, fine aiming with the cannons is something I just haven't gotten down yet. Like, me demasting ships, it's like, the way I described it's like trying to hit a toothpick with marbles at 10 meters downwind of a bonfire. Like, I haven't sussed how to do it. I'm sure, like, once I figure it out, it's going to be like a seeing the code in the Matrix, just figuring out, that's what I'm doing, right? I mean, that's just the main thing I gotta practice. And yeah, I'd imagine like like in real fucking battles, like, you know, ships lived and died by their ability to move. So, you know, if you could demast a ship and stop it from moving, yeah, they were basically dead in the water. So at that point, you're kind of relying on the enemy to sail in the fucking sight line of your guns. But if you can't move, then you just get out of the range of out of the fucking angle of their guns, figure out the range, figure out the convergence, and then just fill them full of holes. There, I'd imagine that's quite important. For those wondering, right now I'm currently sailing port to port, trying to find some bloody hull repairs because I have none. Plenty of fish though, because I have none. I need some before I really want to get into a fight and actually test the limits of this new ship that I've got. Because, you know, I decked it out with as heavier cannons as I could fit in the bitch. You know, these are 18-pounders. These are 9-pounders. Not particularly large, but, you know, as big as this thing can carry, and it's bigger than I'm used to playing with. So 50% of the sails gone in just one go. Just extreme. Yeah. F1, F2, lock out perspective decks. Try to use only your bottom deck parallel convergence, and try to be within 300 meters. Get proper penetration on the mast. Any farther, and you have a hard time being accurate. I see. But only use the. Try to only use your bottom deck. I see. I wonder why. I suppose it's just easier to aim with them. But the higher up they are, the more they are to pull in another direction. Yeah. And, oh, parabolic arc. Right, because if you're firing from the bottom, they fire. There's more of an angle to it, so they drop onto. They kind of drop onto the deck, and they kind of go over the side planking a bit more. Bottom guns have the highest caliber. Oh yeah. I suppose that also makes sense. Look at me trying to do math again. Sailing into the bloody wind. I turn into it. That's going to take a while. Use your largest cannon. I'm going to take the mast off. The heavier the ball, the more accurate the cannon is. I suppose that's true. Yeah, less windage and all that stuff. Hey, that makes sense. You guys are smart. You know, like, do you just turn the fish into supplies, or can you sell them on their own? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right click, turn to. I thought as much. Off. There. Well, I'm now very slowly sailing against the wind in the middle of whatever the hell this strait is called. I'm trying to remember, actually. I think my main experience with sailing ships before this was, as many people, is Assassin's Creed 4, which of course did nothing for the realism of the whole thing. But I remember I think you get like this. Oh wow, there's stuff up here. Didn't know you could get all the way to Bermuda. You can also use them to build ships if you... Ah, really? Oh, I don't know. Didn't know you could get all the way up to Bermuda. Huh. I tried going there once. You failed. What is it? Was it like a storm thing, or... Ooh, there's windage bonuses here. If I go for that one, then try to sail crosswind, I have a bit easier of a time. Pick up about 5 knots going north. No, I just wanted to go to bed at some point. Well, yeah, I'd imagine it'd take a while to get like, like I sailed the best enjoying. Yeah, it's always good now. And just the advice. You've been most helpful. To shaky hands. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe. Yeah. Where else can I go? I'm still sailing in the direction of this. Nope, stop that. For the Pacific Ocean matter, but yeah, I sailed the Caribbean Sea, and that was long enough. But this is like easily more than twice the distance. Wilmington. Well, this is still French. Yeah, just how much there is here. Also, Prussians for some reason. Nearing Portillo. Right there. Yeah, you're pretty close. That's the winch. But yeah, I think I'll deliver this passenger and have to. You can see Justin's ship. Really? Them there? No. You see no ship other than those pirates over there. Yeah, no, I'll probably drop this guy off. Maybe have one fight and then I'll probably have to call it there. At least I got my proper ship and I've learned a bit more. Oh. There we go. Yeah, tomorrow, I'll do some stuff elsewhere in the day, but at some point, probably, I will try WoW again and see if Twitch chits another brick. This bloody passenger delivered. There we go, that helps a lot. But yeah. Tomorrow I will try WoW again and see if Twitch shits another brick. It's just unbearable earlier. I don't know what was going on. But I've just been WoW, you know. It's quite a demanding game on the upload, but anyway. After that, like I said, I really want to do the Cyberpunk hype stream. Where we go through all the trailers. I've got some, like I say, some physical media, some books of the original pen and paper for the Trinco Mali. Only a piece. Yeah, we'll go. I'll show some of those. I'll get the camera back out, and yeah, should be great fun. Because we are only 4 days out. So it comes out on Thursday. Probably make me see the trailers for the first time. I've been avoiding them like the plague. Well, to be honest, they don't really give out much. Like they say at the start of every single fucking trailer that they've tried really hard to be extremely selective about what they have and have it let out there. So like, when the game drops, even if you've mainlined all the bloody trailers, you still don't know what's coming. You know, if there's one thing that CD Projekt Red are really good at, I've noticed it's marketing and being smart with it. I still watch the gameplay reveal like once a month. Is that like the 40-minute bloody 40-minute gameplay trailer they released where it's just they just took you through the 40-minute thing? Yeah, precisely. Like I thought that was incredible. They literally just like, hey, here's 40 minutes of fucking gameplay footage. I really hate this at like E3 and shit. And EA is really bad for it. Where they put on all the cinematic trailers and go, wow, doesn't this look good? And I've got dickhead friends of mine who, oh, Halo Infinite looks really good. Yeah, because you saw the cinematic trailer, you dick. What exactly does that tell you about the game? That Master Chief's in it. It's a Halo game. No shit. There. I hate when people say something looks really good when all they've seen is a bloody cinematic trailer. All the cinematic trailer tells you is maybe a little bit of the story and the theme that they're going with. Everything else is just flavour. You know? Just... There. So, when CD Projekt Red were just like, hey, here's 40 minutes of just gameplay. Just gameplay. Go nuts. No, I thought that was incredible. They seem to be very tuned in as to what people want. So, you know, I'm quite impressed with them for that. This character would probably be a corpo. I've already said this, like, I'm probably going to go corpo on my first run. Because I'm fully aware of where all the best tech is, and it's in the hands of the corps. So yeah, I fully intend on Game of Thronesing my way to CEO. Which is going to be great fun. Yeah, it's going to be quite good. I'm really looking forward to it. I really, really am. You know, you think that, you know, what about the military, man? They've got to have all the really good stuff, and it's like, you know, where do you think the military get all their nice toys from? Even these days, like, I'm pretty sure the, I want to say the F-22 is like Lockheed Martin, I want to say. Bloody Raptor. Yeah, Lockheed Martin. And then its replacement, the F-35, I think is also Lockheed Martin. Look at your map quickly. Right here. Who's that I see over there on the horizon? Yeah, no, I'm fully aware that all of the best toys are in the hands of the corpos. Yeah, that wasn't too hard now, was it? So it is a proper server, so people are just rolling around. No ship in it. Oh, let's get a side profile over there then. Ooh. Ooh. 3 decks. Lovely. A very nice ship. Love the colours as well. Damn. I gotta get me one of those. Come about then. Oops. On the world map, there's just locking your rudder. Yeah, it just turns you. Justin, so we actually met. Yeah. So I still gotta form the clan. Maybe I can actually do that now. Go tavern. Just call it the... Oh, really? I'll change it later. it Realm, actually. I prefer Realm. Well, screw you. There we go. Wait, there we go. Cool, and let's grab the boy. I suppose I have to actually put them on my friends first. You can communicate through email, Christ. Maybe, you know. Yeah, it's fair. But yes, anyway, that's that. Actually gonna go deliver my bloody passenger now. Yeah, fun that I found you, but you know, we'll choose a port and make it the base. You invite me? Yes, I did. So money being trafficked in and out of the clan. Funny that they call it a clan. I would have thought that, you know, fleet would have been a shoe-in. Oh, didn't invite me? Really? Lovely. You. Ah, there we go. There we go. So they just told you where they are. Let's see. There, we'll get Justin in here, and then we'll start developing the clan further. We'll choose a place, make it the home, build some big sexy ships, and blow the piss out of something. Good plan, great plan. I'm gonna go conquer a bunch of ships, a bunch of ports with the British Empire. You sent both, but I had to accept you first. How odd. So you have to be friends before you can invite to clan. Good to know. It doesn't mean I have to find out what fucking Justin's name is. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop this guy off and probably leave her there for the night. So I can as Mr. Shaky Hands was oh, was that literally his name, is it? No. Yeah. As Mr. Shaky Hands quite rightly pointed out, is it's probably best that we go figure out, like, kind of go watch some stuff and see some other streamers before we jump into PvP and learn what the bloody hell that's about. I guess it only shows online people. How far off are these bloody keys, man? Yeah, so tomorrow I will attempt WoW again, and we'll see how it holds up. Because as you say, Tabar, I think it was just Twitch shitting a brick earlier. I genuinely think that's what it was. I wish you could transfer money and rank so you'd have to start with nothing on PvP. Yeah, I guess, because then you could just sponsor a bunch of new players and just bring in people and just immediately train them up to just give them all the equipment to be a massive fleet. It also opens it up to botting, because if you could just create a bunch of bots and give them all kit and just make a bot fleet, do it that way. with the number of Russians on this in this game is not an unknown idea. I caught a stingray. Manta ray. Oh.
That's not.
I'd have preferred if I caught a stingray, because then I could have been like, fuck you, that's for fucking Steve-O, you prick.
I know, but unfortunately the face don't look that and the wing areas are not
Yeah,
like
I
that.
kind of feel bad,
Plus,
but...
stingrays have barbed tails.
Yeah. Ah well, eat it. Well, I think I'll keep this one. Well, I already still got a piss load of them. Why is Sash fish person? Because... Sash, no. Man, that's cat. That's cat, man. But yeah, you know, just, you know, what's it called? Oceanology or some shit like that? Studying the oceans and shit. Just nature and shit, and just seems to be our bag.
I'm just very not think or anything about it.
I'm the same way, Sash. It's just then I have the gumption to go to Wikipedia and be like, so that's how nuclear physics works.
I literally, I must have read it somewhere. Photographic memory, everything falls in my head, and I don't know how I know. Obviously, fish are the easy part.
Oh yeah. Because I can already hear many actual scientists keeling over with disbelief at that statement. But anyway, no, fish are the easy part. Yeah. You know, Sash is to nature shit what I am to most mechanical bullshit. Sciences that aren't biology. Want to make your own dino mask.
Yeah.
It's just a basic paper mache, Sash.
It does! First step. Find a dino mask, because the mouth moves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's all, I need this shit. I make a few. I was watching like this, and oh my god, that is amazing. Okay.
Of course.
I still need to get a picture.
Of course. Well, I've been looking for one of this. I haven't seen it. The point where I might just wait, there's a flag. The point where I might just like get a custom display with just the screenshot of that moment. Where the guy is just looking at the raptor in fear like clever girl.
I have a hand-drawn picture.
Let's see. Yes.
I mean, even though animatronic, I still be shitting myself with how realistic.
Yeah.
Tell him it was actually there. And I was like,
I mean, to be fair, the guy went out there with a Spaz 12. What was he expecting? Gonna hunt dinosaurs like they were deer?
any dinosaur, Velociraptor,
Well, yeah, you have to fight them with a military unit because that's how they think.
which actually, and
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, well, movie. Yeah, well, they address it in the fucking Jurassic World movies.
yes, they do. Very.
Oh, it's just Dr. Wen being very pissy.
When?
To who?
Wow.
How? When? Where?
Woo.
Why?
Woo! Henry Woo!
Hunting rifle would be good for big carnivals. Well, to be fair, the really big ones, you need a bit more than a gun, unfortunately. They're just so big they won't notice bullets.
Chris Pratt used in Jurassic World.
Couldn't tell you.
Went hunting the freaking no. Rain is
Yeah, if any of this. So.
Dominus Rex, that's it. and then rat and see. That's it. That to go friggin'.
And a 100-year-old rifle. The lever action rifle. I think probably fires rounds about that big. Like, yeah, Dominus Res. Yeah, completely missing the in part of that. Go to here, and we go to resources. Yeah, 200. How much are provisions? Yes, I see. Fish is 4. The jacks can be turned into eyes. Your fish can also be turned into eyes. Tuna, sell for 22, which is more than 15. Rado, sell for 76, 7, so salt, because salt does nothing else for us, and then we get the ship. Yeah, it's just a Winchester. Really? Whatever.
You put this on the official website.
No, a fucking 1895 Henry repeater is not taking down a T-Rex.
Well,
It will
apparently,
barely.
according to the website, it does now.
It will barely notice. They have the same problem with elephants.
I know they're tough
Like-
skin.
Like, it's not only tough skin; they're so huge a bullet doesn't do much. Know what I mean? It's the equivalent of getting like a stone lodged in your skin.
Probably refer to more crocodiles and alligators than you could in it.
Well, no, because these things are huge.
Have the same skin as they did
Have the
back
same
when-
skin,
when
but the
dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yeah, but the level of flesh and the density of the muscle and the amount of blood that they've
you
got.
Can barely fry up, you can barely make a dent in a crocodile's skin when you do it.
And that's just the first fucking hurdle, getting through the skin. Then you got to get through the muscle tissue, the bone, any other connective tissue before you get to anything that'll actually kill it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but there's a lot more of that in a big dinosaur. There's about this much between organs and skin in a fucking crocodile. In a T-Rex, I want to bet there's about this much. You got to get a bullet all the way through that. And you're not getting anything through that unless it's smaller, unless it's that big. The tungsten core. It's not happening, Sash. A small arms are not sufficient to take down large dinosaurs, particularly the armored ones. A fucking Triceratops, like the thing's skull would bounce bloody shells. There's that fucking the one that is literally described as a tank.
Which one?
The one with the great big armored shell.
One.
Exactly. But, I'd say Sash is right, fuck you, but I'll stop simping, piss off.
Yes!
Oh, whatever. I mean, no, you need proper, like, artillery pieces to kill these things. Like, you need a sabot just to send something through the damn thing. Not happening. Many. It's just one. I remember one being even worse than that.
That's an ankle.
Mm-hmm. And there's probably worse than that.
Oh, yeah, you have the one up and everything.
Hmm.
But I think
Oh, there's many. Are you trader? I'm just learning, and you know, there's probably more fun to be made in shooting, but you know, trading valuable shit is how you make tons of money. But yeah, no, like small arms are not sufficient. Piss off.
yeah.
The amount of 5.56 you'd need to pour into a T-Rex.
Soft tissue.
Yeah, all you'd be doing is making it bleed, and not nearly enough.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I don't know why that goes off twice. I will have to fix that. But thank you for the follow, man. It's all good. Glad to have you here. Anyway, no, it's not happening, Sash. Like you need to hit an artery. That's why you probably could do it, but you have to aim for the neck, in a very specific part of the neck.
Or if you just happen to be underneath it, upper thigh, near the groin.
Yeah, that would probably hurt it quite a bit and probably slow it down, but you probably wouldn't kill it.
No, don't bleed out.
Well, you give it a trail so you can follow it with something a bit bigger and higher rate of fire. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get the fucking A10 Thunderbolt out to burt the fucker, but with 30mm shells about that big. But
It'll be fine. It'll work out.
no, I'm not saying that the moment I see a T-Rex, it's just going to be the but still. I'm just saying, if I were in charge of Jurassic Park, I'm just saying, if I were in charge of Jurassic Park, I'd have an armored division on hand.
You technically do. They just don't use
No,
it.
I want Bradleys. I want Abrams. like
Chris Pratt, even in the movie, but when the freaking Enormous Rex breaks out,
Hmm.
you need to put this shit on that helicopter.
But
and
all he said is that you have, I think it was like an M20 N205 or something,
I don't know.
which was a fucking grenade launcher.
Is it? Are they, others?
I'm looking this shit up. You've got me mad now. Like,
Yes.
Jurassic World M. Yes, see if I can't pull it from here. Going Grady's rifle. M134. Okay, so it's an M134. Oh, it's a helicopter-mounted machine gun.
Yeah.
Oh, minigun, more to the point.
That's why they said put it on the.
Okay, so let's look at some stash. Only cartridge. It's actually 5762. It's nothing. A rifle round. Like that big.
They also did have rocket launchers. Well, they just never used it.
Which he probably should have. But I
They
get.
wanted to contain the asset.
Now, once it's out of the fucking cage, that's it. It signed its own death warrant.
Now they wanted to contain the asset and
The-
get it back to its paddock.
No, I understand that it's a significant investment, but if it's a significant enough investment, you won't let it get out in the first place. I'm sorry, but the moment it steps foot outside of its containment without me knowing, it's dead.
Why would they stick the paddock in the first place?
I know. Also, I get why you had to contain it, but why did you contain it in what is effectively like a ditch? You really realize that HE probably does less to be done? No, I don't know about that. But since high sensitivity trigger on it, so it just goes off as soon as it hits it. Nah, it's just a hole. Oh, there's nothing but ribs left on that fucker. But anyway, that's what I mean. Like, I'm sure if you put enough bullets in it, it'll just die of shock. But more to the point, once it walks out, it's dead. Like, it signed its own death warrant. I have absolutely zero problems flumping a fucking dinosaur to death the moment it breaks out.
This is what I mean. I think second Jurassic Park, maybe Lost World, Eddie Carr had the right idea. Freaking poison darts.
Yeah, but honestly, that's one of the better ways. That way you don't have to resort to artillery.
Literally, as a quote from Eddie Carr, he goes, "Dead before it's ground."
Sufficient to kill a fucking 9mm Glock. Piss off, will you? No, silly. Obviously, anything can be killed in one hit if you hit it in the right place. Either way, I'm just saying, just to put the fucking down reliably. I'm gonna say, poison darts are probably the best solution, honestly. Because you're dealing with a big monster. You just hit the fucker with some neurotoxin and call it a job. Just call it a job. The thing is,
They have like.
I mean, if you're in the same position to hit it with a poison dart, you should probably just hit it with a tranquilizer. A really strong one. And then you get the problems with the fucking, like the Indoraptors and shit, where they're designed to be fucking war machines. At which point, no, just in its general direction, spray bullets.
That interrupt.
You know, it was just evil incarnate and I wanted one. But
I don't know what twist and turns Jurassic Park took. Went from it was kind of thriller relating movie. Now it's taking a turn to the dark side and going even into the horror section. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I know what's going on with that.
I mean, I love the Jurassic Park franchise, I really do, but I don't know what happened.
Well, they got edgy.
They're going through that emo phase.
basically. Now, still struggling to find fucking. I'm struggling to find actual bloody repair material. By the way, I will probably leave it there.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I really have to find out why that's going off twice. Really? Why does nothing work? Fine, I'll look at it later. Anyway, thank you for the follow, JV No. I very, very nearly read that as Navy Joe, but thank you very much.
Do you mean for the ears?
Yes, I see the ears.
I kind of feel like I need the ears for this mask. Obviously not those. But
Mhm.
like... Kidding, yes.
So, learn how to make one. You could use them. Have a gun to just cut the dino in half. Yeah, precisely, right? Because like when the fucker is hiding in forest, just napalm the forest.
Yeah, but that happened in Legend of Korra, and the spirits got fucked up.
Oh, the spirits can get fucked. There's a dinosaur in there.
And then people started dying because the spirits started attacking people. This shit happens, you know.
Yeah, but luckily, spirits don't exist.
Well, not that you know.
And
We'll see.
he best hope that God exists because, you know, God may show him mercy because I sure as hell won't. So, I don't give a shit.
Well, I don't think God will show them mercy due to the fact.
Spirits, can you put your druid wife to bed?
I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm quoting that. I'm just gonna. There we go.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, cheers for the follows, guys. And honestly, it wasn't respect. I'm just chilling out with this game and I'm learning. And probably next time I play this over, we'll blow some shit up. Yeah, sounds like a plan. But yeah, I'm probably going to cap it there. It's 2 in the morning, so probably just going to chill out for a bit. Yeah, cheers for sticking around. Sorry that the streams have been really sporadic recently between technological hiccups and shit. It's been kind of difficult, but he's back. I have lots more energy now for some reason, but
It just ended.
I haven't actually drunken of it yet.
Well, it's clearly not me. I took a nap.
Yes, I know. Now I'm back to 360. By the time I bought just and shipped out 30k. Well, yeah, you do just ferry people between ports, which is a fairly consistent way of making money. I'm already up to 130. But yeah, that's it. I'll probably play a fucking battle next time. It's just more exciting, a bit more risky. So yeah, I'll probably pick this up. If not tomorrow, maybe Monday, depending on how I feel. Monday's always shit. But yeah, tomorrow I will attempt WoW again. If it shits a brick, I'll just have to cap it and hope to the baby Jesus that things go well on raid night on Thursday, which should be great fun. Not just, you know, going into the raid for the first time.
Are you raiding on?
Thursday is raid night, yes, and it will require a good deal of my time, probably a couple of hours, just to clear the whole fucking raid because raids are. Yeah. It's going to be great fun, because I still need to grind it to 180 and I'm only at 175, so I've got to do a lot more.
Alright, me, I'm on it at 1.
Well, we've been doing mythics, and mythics are hard to get groups for, Sash. So.
I know, but it's only 1. Friggin'.
I know, because I got a deadline to meet, man. Like, I got boss man breathing down my neck.
Yeah, but I was ahead of you for a long ass while.
Because you had more time to play the game than I did.
That's not fair.
And then it gets to the fucking weekend, and I pull out some fucking real gamer shit, and I grind this shit non-stop. Like, I pulled the guild in, like, Luca's doing me tons of favours just to get me up. I think me and him are about level now.
When you saw my gamer shit, I was passionate.
Yeah, you went hard. You need to go hard again.
Can't go. Otherwise, I'm gonna pass out at work.
My pain. No. Still got your days off. Fine. WoW is just fun to just chill out with. Yeah, it can be as intense as you want it to be. That's one of the great selling points of WoW. take it slow. You can go hard. It's up to you. You know what I mean?
It's Christmas. What?
I know it's shit. Well, I've only got 2 weeks of term left, so I will have some time on my hands to make life easier for everyone involved. Okay? Only 2 weeks of term left, and I've learned that they are actually like fully locking the school down for those 2 weeks. Like school shut, can't get nowhere. So I'm at home for those 2 weeks. God, I wasn't having another holiday where I was in work. I know.
Make you
Hmm.
work.
Yeah.
That is just.
I've had to do it before, so.
You did work Christmas last year. Oh, for Christmas.
And where the one before?
Yeah, at William fucking Hill.
Yeah, I know.
That's different.
That's what I mean. That's why when I say I've had to do it before.
I mean, I have to work Christmas Eve and then go back in the day after Boxing Day.
I know. I know. One of the many reasons I just couldn't bear retail.
That week was
It's I would expect it to be one of the most profitable. It's the complete opposite.
That's what everyone is profitable. It's
Because
not.
you think every fucker would go in looking to get their shit done ready for New Year's, but no fucker does. It's so weird. Fucking hell, it's like, yeah, I've noticed. So yeah, I'm gonna cap it there. Just for the new guys, like, fucking hell. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I was just chilling out with this game, just nerding out over ships, and then I got into an argument of how best to kill dinosaurs. I still think higher ordnance.
Nah, be fine. Work it out.
Like, nukes are an appropriate solution, alright? Anyway.
I think it's a bit overkill.
There's no kill like overkill.
Got half the population. No go.
Because you can't die to dinosaurs if you're already dead.
I think that's true.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, I think we'll call it there. Call it a night there, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I'll try WoW again. We'll see how it goes. You know. So, yeah, just sticking around. It's always good chewing the fat with you guys. And, yeah, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Okay.
Bye.
Still gonna do the hype thing tomorrow, though. The cyberpunk fucking hype stream. It's gonna be great. But yeah, see you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Go to bed.